Alright, I am back.
Excellent.
Let me find this link that he sent. Yeah, I can't
I
believe
can pin it if you'd like.
they said December. That is insane. Alright. Let me Is it this side? Or is it this side? Yeah, this side. Damn, why's my fucking... I think there's too much light in this room.
Hiding.
There's too much light in this room. Fuck it. Poppin' Buddy Girl. I always have a hard time pronouncing your name, man. Sorry. What up, though? What was I supposed to be clicking on? Oh, it's on Safari. Alright, let's look this through. You've already seen this, Jackler, right?
I've had brief looks, but not in depth.
Let's see. Hires and Heroes Development Update October 4th, 20. Oh, so this just came out yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday the 15th. Hello, Toons. We've been hearing a few concerns from some folks over the lack of any clear update regarding the development of 1.3. We would like to go ahead and address some of these concerns head on to get everyone in the loop of what's to come. Release date. Let's clear this up immediately. We are not ready to announce the release date of 1.3 update. This is likely disappointing, but we get it. But we're just not done yet. We are not going to announce a release date for an update that would arrive in an unplayable condition. This has been disrespectful to our players, especially the ones who have potentially been waiting for us over the past 2 years to provide the best content possible. Does this mean we're not going to release 1.3? No, the update will definitely come out, likely before December at our current pace, but it'll be ready when it's ready. With the disclaimer out the way, let's move on to a bit of the meat of what's happening. Damn, December? It's only October?
It says it would be disrespectful to release it in an unplayable condition, as if they've not done that with every other update ever before.
I want to say 1.1 had a shit release, and I know for sure 1.2. I don't know if it was 1.1 or 1.2, but one of them bitches didn't even work on Mac for like the first 72 hours.
Yeah, that was legit what I was thinking of. I was just thinking of, well, the last massive update that I remember you and other people were trying to get onto it, and it was like, nope, not letting Mac pick people online, and I was just like, but, god damn.
What the fuck? Manager boss, let's clear this up immediately. We are not ready to announce a release date for the... Okay, it's slightly disappointing we get it, but that's just... Wait, did I read that already? Did they just copy and paste the same shit? We have been spending a lot of time playtesting the new fights. While a few of them feel perfect in their current state, a handful of them still need better visuals, battle movies, and gameplay rebalancings. Some of these fights need to be harder at the litigation team, and make single managers capable of such a feat is tricky. Remember, the litigation team fight in pairs. We feel very confident that we can get through these fights and feel good. They are still sitting at roughly 80% completion. 80%? You would think it wouldn't take till December if they're at fucking 80%.
Maybe it means as a whole till December, not specifically that.
Oh, I guess you're right. Clubs. Core functioning of clubs are complete. We are switching over a new backend that is capable of handling many more clubs than immediately 10 to 15 creating a partner QA. Clubs, that's the same shit that's in, isn't that in TVS?
Yeah, and I remember at one point Corporate Clash did have it back when it was Project Altus, and then they removed it for whatever reason it was. I think it was just because it couldn't handle it at the time.
I didn't play Atlas.
It's taken this long to come back, to be honest.
I didn't play Atlas. Did you ever touch it?
Yeah, I touched it, and that's why I was so confused why they rebranded everything, at least at that time, because when I played Atlas and then I played the, at the time, newly released for Clash, I was like, what's different? Because the only thing actually different was the name, more or less.
But it was the same thing, like with the new... It had like Zap and all that shit in Atlas?
Yeah.
Didn't they get in trouble for charging people to buy it? Like you had to buy to play the game or something like that?
Nah, they didn't do that. Essentially, what happened was the reason that they changed everything was because the person that was in charge at that point was trying to put it onto Steam, and then everyone was like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" So, yeah, they were removed from power as well as they rebranded, and well, they've been on the straight and narrow since.
Is it illegal to be on teams?
Um, Not really, but well, on Steam specifically, it depends how you look at it, because I guess advertising and stuff would get them paid, and then Disney would get involved with stuff like that because you're not allowed to earn money from this, etc., etc.
Oh. Okay, so then it goes more into groups. It says, to be honest, we will be quite difficult to make groups feel perfect when we give them you all to the first time. We do not have a meaningful ways to confirm how well our group system will scale to thousands of players until we release the update and watch the ensuring fires. While groups are sitting at 95% themselves, again, pending various bug fixes, we are obviously expecting them to. They will have to receive a lot of improvements after the update releases. If you're feeling that the new system has some pitfalls, then you're trying it out on 1.3. Don't worry, we're expecting it. We'll be doing our best to make sure they feel as good as possible to use. So they're putting out an update that they know is going to be fucked up, that they're going to have to fix again in a different update. That's weird. Is that normal? Does that sound right?
I mean, let me have a look for that again. While groups are at 95% themselves, we are absolutely expecting that they will have to receive a lot of improvements after the I mean, I guess so, because they probably don't have as big of an amount of people on their team to be able to test it for the public kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I kind of see what they might be having issues with without it being tested properly on live servers, but it's a bit weird, but it kind of makes sense.
It's like saying, like, this is going to be fucked up when it comes out, so just expect it, but it's not going to stay like that. We're going to fix it later on. I feel like, I don't know, man. It's weird. I guess you have to have a massive amount of players to test it fully to know if it can handle it. But at the same time, it's just a fucking boarding group, essentially. It's not nothing like, I would think that's that in depth.
I mean, I would agree, but I would presume it's the same sort of thing which, let's say Cyberpunk had, for example. Like, it looks fine on the surface, but unless people actually like playing it in the masses to be able to pick out every little issue with it, it can't be for sure.
Then it says top secret playground expansions. Oh, sorry, we can't give you the details on such a cool upcoming feature that will take away dozens of hours of your life. Implementation of this is sitting at roughly 70% where things are mostly done, aside from a lot of boring data entry work, but are still pending proper play testing. So you think that's going to be BoardBot HQ, even if you can't go inside the BoardBot HQ headquarters, if they're going to have like a BoardBot HQ factory or something like that? Because top secret playground expansions, like, what else would that be?
I don't think that's going to be a HQ. I think that might be, because it says top secret playground expansions with an S, which means there's going to be more than one of them. So I think it might just mean, like, all the playgrounds or certain playgrounds, whatever, will get like a little expansion added onto it because of whatever's going to be happening in said update.
Almost like another street for the manager bosses. You think?
Possibly, because I remember seeing on your stream last time where there was this thing in the not the factory, the fucking VP area where there's like the cornered off area.
Oh yeah.
It might have more of those dotted about different playgrounds. That's my guess.
And then it says the Gumball Machine. We had released a video of the development of the Gumball Machine's interface recently. I haven't seen that video. I don't know what the fuck the Gumball Machine is supposed to be. Since then, the logic of the Gumball Machine has been completed, and our creative team has been putting together a lot of new items exclusive to the machine. Look forward to several new snazzy cosmetics. So I'm guessing that's just outfits. I'm assuming.
It looks that way. Look forward to several new snazzy cosmetics. It's just, it's pretty much what it says on the tin.
New chat box, social panel, and notification deck. All of these are pretty much 100% done. Yeah, that's not really nothing. New tutorial. We're sitting at about 95% completion for this. The majority of the mechanics are completed and are good, but we still have to update a bit for some new gag changes we've done. So I don't think too much is gonna go into the tutorial. I would just imagine they're gonna change how, because Squirt's changed now when it's prestige and all that. They're just gonna have to update what it says, I'm assuming.
True, very true. Maybe they might have added even more stuff to it, like actually, I haven't even looked at the tutorial for Cobra Clash in a very long time, so I don't know if it already has this or not. But maybe they'll mention about like the mini bosses and stuff throughout the playgrounds.
Oh yeah, that's true. Then miscellaneous minor features and other stuff. There's a load of other minor things we need to implement and put together along the way, including any further gag or reward balances that come out of us playtesting all the new content. In this category, we're sitting at about 65% completion, which we understand is super vague for a category that is very undescriptive, but that's how it is. Welcome to the game development, folks. This should be covering the big picture of the current status of development. Let's move to some more interesting things we've been putting together. New managers. They have a picture? Oh, they do have pictures. But see, these are like cogs they're fighting in the street, so they're just going to have managers running around the street?
Potentially.
Alright. And V1.3, we're introducing 16 new manager bosses into the game. That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking managers to add. 16? That's what I'm saying. There's not enough playgrounds. If they were to like have one at Boss Bot, one at fucking Donald's Dock, one at Daisy's Garden, like there's not enough playgrounds. So they're going to have to be, I don't know, much had to be on the street. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck that's going to work.
And this is just a guess, unless they do it a bit like how they did for Sans on Halloween stuff, where there's like a smaller chance to get different manager bosses.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and then the litigation team was once a unique boss fight. We were adding 16 more unique bosses into the 1.3. Not only that, but from our playtesting, several of these fights are more intense and difficult than the litigation team. More difficult than the litigation team, so yeah, that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be like 6,000 health cogs. Again, because we need to highlight this, the 1.2 update added one new manager boss battle. The 1.3 update adds 16 more, so it's 17 total. Some players thought Counterfeit's fight from our April Tunes event was very well presented and fun to play. What people haven't yet realized that Counterfeit has become our baseline of how we want some of these fights to feel. We've been working hard to make each one well presented and fun to play. It would be incredibly naive to suggest that us making 16 new bosses is quantity over quality. In 1.3, you are going to get both quantity and quality. So that
would be a first for any game ever. So
that is true.
That would be quite interesting.
So we have a healing bell, lights on initiative, and then oil rain. I love the oil rain, makes the hair black. The detail is very cool to me. The oil rain does look cool, I ain't gonna lie. I really like this one, where he has like a bell as a head, the healing bell. And it looks like he's just healing all the cogs around him. Looks solid. It looks solid.
I do like the idea behind the healing bell. It visually looks appealing. The fact is very well animated, in my opinion, from the small GIF that we have there. I don't know. I think that's going to be pretty solid.
Then it says, it has been a common saying with the crew that the community is clearly underprepared for 1.3. Has to offer, we have pushed the game in new, innovative ways to make the litigation summoning 6 cogs look like child's play. So they're saying, like, you're not going to be fighting 6 cogs. You're going to be fighting, if 6 looks like child's play, you're going to be fighting like fucking 10 at a time. 10 cogs at one time. That is insane, man. Jesus Christ. Recently, we had picked up a couple of community testers from our partner QA session and invited them into the game design team, allowing them to partake in our internal application process. Our new hires have been monumental in helping to put together balancing for the new bosses, giving great feedback for what works and what doesn't. As they were freshly picked from the community, we asked that if they were in the right assessment and that community is not ready for what's to come. We were correct. Then we go on.
Hey, minute, it's just dawned on me quickly. If they're saying summoning 6 cogs would look like child's play, does that mean, well, like you said, potentially 10 cogs at once, but could that also potentially mean, which I doubt is true, but it'd be kind of cool, that you get 5 tunes in a battle instead of 4?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. 5 Toons fighting 10 Kongs. I didn't think about that. Would be something different. It would be definitely something different that no server has done, and no server I don't think even plans on doing. I would like that idea.
It'd be a dope challenge. If not this update, maybe they could potentially think about it in future, because that would definitely shake a lot of things up, including combos and such.
Oh yeah. Then it says content sync. We'd like to take a minute to reveal a brand new game-wide mechanic that's being introduced in 1.3. While we're extremely excited for this change and how it will keep the game feeling fresh for late-game players, it has the chance to get a point of contention within the community if we don't take the time out to explain our thought process with it. We're adding a lot of brand new battle content to 1.3. However, due to the nature of Toontown's stat progression, most of the content has the potential to be extremely unsatisfying for people trying it out for the first time. For example, if one of the above teasers, Burling is presenting to the streets of Daffodil Gardens, suggesting that any Toon can fight them. However, if a Toon who is currently in Daffodil Gardens attempts to fight the boss alongside 3 other Max Toons, there simply will not be any kind of challenge. The Max Toons can completely smite the boss in 2 turns. There's no challenge, no interesting, no nothing. Dealing with this issue is something that our game design team has been thinking about for a while. There are 2 practical solutions for this thus far. Giving the new management bosses a tier system similar to Counterclaim, scaling difficulty of Toon levels. This option allows Toons to maintain their stated progression through the game while fighting the bosses. However, instead of having a balanced fight to one difficulty, the fight must now be playtested and balanced for Toons with varying stats. Suppose we had 6 boss tiers for all 6 new bosses. Instead of having a balanced 16 separate battles, we now have to balance nearly 100. This also does not work for Street Managers. This approach is impractical for implement of scale of 1.3. Provide a passive reduction in power of certain over level Toons to match their options and abilities to intend level of difficulty for the encounter. This option offers far more consistent and fun experiences of every encounter with less development overhead. However, nerfing the power of the player must not be well received. I mean, that makes sense. Like, if you're someone that's trying to get into the game and you go and you see like the brand new boss that they had that's so hard, but you got 150 live Toons to your left, then it doesn't make it a challenge. But at the same time, I mean, what if it's a strong ass cog like that you have to do for a fucking task and you can't find, like, you can't solo that shit if it's a fucking boss and you gotta do it for a task. If they're gonna write it even into the task line, or if it's just gonna be randomly like on the streets just as random cogs.
I do agree. I do like the fact that they have a varying difficulty depending on how high your laugh is. I've always wondered why all servers don't do that, because, like, obviously with the let's go off with VP or CFO, etc. I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there something where the CEO cog battle specifically will be harder depending on how high your suit is?
I think it's like that for the VP. I think it's like that for, don't quote me on it, I want to say for all of them. Like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Like for the CFO, VP, I don't know about the whatever the hell the new CJ's name is, but I want to say it's like that. Based on what the suits are of everybody, you'll get a tier. I don't know if they have it anymore. I don't remember shit from Toontown, man, but I don't know if they have it anymore, because I remember it was like when you could actually see the reward in the VP. But now you don't have, it's like a different set of SOS. Like, you know, they completely revamped SOS cards, so now it's different.
Yeah, I always thought it was... all I know is, if they're doing what they did with the main bosses to the managers and lower mini bosses, etc., that's pretty legit. It's nice to know that they're including not just like late game, but also technically early game, depending on your laugh, of course.
And that was the problem with other Toontown servers, because, like, when I tried... Fuck, I can't even think of the name. Toontown... it had the gear as the fucking emblem, like a gear with a green leaf on top. Was it relived?
Possibly? Wait a minute, let me just check that.
Let me go through my YouTube videos. Let me find that shit real quick. Let me go under my... How do I go?
That's the one. Toontown Relived.
So
the one with the cog and the...
Yeah, the problem with them was, like, in order to get anything new... It was pretty much Toontown Online or Toontown Written up until you got to Donald's Dreamland. Which the problem was, like, are you going to expect people to come to this game to do the same exact shit and not see something? You know, who the hell wants to grind until Dawn of Dreamland to see something different, you know?
Yeah.
So, that, at least they're doing stuff for, like, that's why I'm glad they're doing something to the VP, because, like, even if somebody was to come from Rewritten to Corporate Clash now, and to see, like, to fight the new fucking CJ, you have to be, like, I think you have to be a certain cog suit or some shit like that, so you have to grind in order to get there to even fight it. So it's not like something that's like you like the VP suit. You can get a VP suit in fucking 3 days if you really want to. It doesn't take that damn long. Like something that like that is a lot easier versus having to trying to get a fucking Lawbot suit, you know, in order to fight the new boss.
Yeah, definitely. Something what I've always kind of wished a Toontown server would do, and I don't just mean like Corporate Clash, I mean literally any that's out there, would be after a certain amount of times you've defeated the VP or CEO, etc., it would come with a different boss saying something along the lines of, the previous bosses had no luck with you Toons, so I'm going to give it a go kind of thing. So it feels like it's technically progressing, but they're still doing the same thing, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So then they show a little screenshot of the group status. It says you have joined the group. Your max level laugh will be 58. Level 5 plus gags are restricted. IOUs, unites, and CDs are pink slips will be restricted. So I guess they would do that. That would be another way. Instead of having a scaling of based on the laugh of the tunes next to you, it would be scaled where you can't use any gags past level 5. You can't be max laugh of 58. Well, I would assume that would mean that, like, if I'm 100 laugh and I walk into this battle, my health automatically goes to 58 or something like that, or my cap is 58. Or if you're above 58, you just can't join the battle. I don't know how that would work. What would you think about that? What they mean by that?
I feel like it would restrict them down to 58. I don't think it would outright stop certain tunes from joining it, because that would be kind of bottlenecking what can actually play that.
Yeah.
So I would definitely think that they would be, say you're like 60 laugh, it would just take it down to 58. I think it would auto... Is it auto correct? What's the thing I'm thinking of? The auto balance you into a category that is the max you're allowed.
That fits that criteria.
Yeah.
Okay. Upon entering a certain instances of battle with content sync, the game will apply a soft cap onto your laugh. Okay, yeah. Apply restrictions on high-level gags and boss rewards. Content sync allows for over-level tune. So, yeah, this is basically kind of what we said. It pretty much says the same thing. It does not force a hard cap on your laugh. Rather, it applies diminishing returns on laugh as your laugh surpasses the laugh cap. For example, if a battle has a laugh cap of 60 laugh points, but your tune has 100 laugh points, Content Sync will apply a laugh cap of 75. Another tune with 120 laugh points might receive a laugh cap of 80, 130. Okay, so it's not... So it just reduces your shit. It doesn't put everybody at 60 if the cap is 60. If I'm at 130, I would go to 88, I wouldn't go to 60. But if you were at 120, you would go to 80, not 60.
Oh.
This change might sound unpopular at first, but in reality that's because the Content Sync would not have been a good mechanic to introduce when there wasn't that much content to look forward to playing. Example, before 1.3, with the amount of things that do in 1.3, Content Sync is going to allow you to re-experience so many new fun and exciting parts of the game as intended. We have a lot of debate within the crew about whether we should even want to implement something like this, and in the end, everyone who was uncertain about Content Sync grew up becoming a fan of it after playtesting it, especially for some of the new content that would be completely ruined without it. For the 1.3 release, Content Sync will be mandatory. However, we do not plan to add a setting to make it optional down the line for custom groups. Though it will likely not provide any rewards, it will be completely just for fun. This is the new way we intend of the game to be enjoyed. We think Content Sync will help tremendously in keeping the game fresh for endgame players, allowing for everyone to enjoy what we've got in store regardless of progression. If you are uncertain about Content Sync, we urge you to give it a shot once 1.3 lands. Miscellaneous announcements. Let's
Hold
see.
up, hey a minute, time out. Don't those two paragraphs kind of contradict each other? If you're uncertain about the Content Sync, we urge you to give it a shot once 1.3.0 lands, although the one directly before that, for the 1.3.0 release, Content Sync will be mandatory. So you're going to have to do it regardless, am I read that right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, what the
What
fuck?
bizarre way to word it.
Yeah, that is weird. So yeah, I guess you don't really have the choice. So I don't know why they give you the choice. That doesn't really make that much sense.
Sorry, I was just reading over that. I was just checking what I read was correct, because that seemed very night and day from what was being worded.
That definitely does contradict what the fuck. Yeah, that's weird. Let me see. Then more miscellaneous announcements. First, we'll have to clear mailboxes out again. Upon the release of 1.3, make sure you are squeaky clean or you'll lose all contents in the mailbox when the update lands. We'll push out another reminder of this as the update draws near. See, I didn't even know that for 1.2 or 1.1 that they removed everything from your mailbox. I had no idea. I mean, to me that doesn't make fucking sense why you'd have to clear everything out of your mailbox. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, but it's something simple to go clear your mailbox. Like, it's not like it's a hassle, but that doesn't really make that much sense to me.
True. I kind of wish what they had was well, not just Corporate Clash, again, for any and all servers. If there was stuff that you did want to keep in your mailbox, but you didn't want to, say, activate a bonus or have it put into your wardrobe or something, that you could have, like, a separate storage barrel, I suppose you could say, or whatever. So you can kind of just move it to a different place.
Nah, that way it doesn't go to waste. Yeah. And then it says second we'll be disabling the option to make an Uber altogether for 1.3. Hey.
Damn. I mean, I know people
fuck Ubers.
love their Ubers, but
fuck Ubers, man. A lot of the new content coming up in 1.3 is going to be straight up and not possible for most Ubers. While it has been fine for Ubers to be accessible as an option to give the content available in the game, there are so many new challenges and end game battles in the 1.3 update to the point where Uber in their current state are going to become less of a hardcore mode and more of a sadistic at best, impossible at worst mode. Many people do not like playing with Ubers. That's fucking right, man. We don't like playing with Ubers. In a multiplayer game where it is important for everyone to be as well prepared as possible for bosses, having a teammate with such a strong life restriction ends up becoming a restriction for the team itself, not just the Uber. Thank you. I fucking love this because it's almost like when I play Smite like on ranked. Like, it's a team game, and if one of the people that you're playing with isn't playing correctly or not quote unquote correctly, or like making it more difficult than everybody else, the whole team gets crippled. Which is the same thing with a fucking Uber. It's the same fucking thing. So thank God they're taking goddamn Ubers out of the game, man. Fuck Ubers.
Even though I agree, at certain... I guess it would depend on the Uber, because I know I have like one or two Ubers, but I don't have it to a point where it would affect other people, just myself. Because I would still probably play the exact same if I was on a normal tune and my Uber. So I would just say there's some people out there that do try and make Ubers just to make a challenge for everyone, which I'd say is a bit too much. You don't really want to make it too difficult just because I want to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. And I think this is all just bullshit. System requirements, OS 10.5, Catalina, blah blah blah. Note to Windows. In conclusion, we hope that this blog post gives everyone a bit of an insight into the current standing of development, along with some of the really exciting things to look forward to in the game-changing feature content sync. The 1.3 update is, in every sense of the word, the biggest update that Toontown has ever seen. The foundation that we've been able to establish for 1.3 are going to have a massive impact on how the game evolves and flourishes into the future. Get hyped. The Corporate Clash crew. Wow. Wow.
I was actually looking a tiny bit more into those system requirements. I'm not sure it's a good idea for a Windows minimum to be Windows 10, because I know people on in some Toontown games where they've still got Windows 8 or in some rare cases Windows 7. So that might actually bottleneck a lot of the community as well, because I know a lot of people don't like Windows 10 still.
Oh shit! Yeah, somebody's pointing out on the stream talking about the 2 gigabytes of storage. It says storage at least 2 gigabytes free of storage. SSD is recommended. I didn't think I had 2 gigabytes of storage on my fucking Mac. I have to clear out a bunch of fucking videos. That's a lot. They said the most it's been before was 1 gigabyte. Damn, what the fuck would you need 2 gigabytes of storage for a Toontown game?
Content sync, all the the managers being added, etc. I mean, I can kind of see how they can fill it all up, but surely somewhere down the line, or maybe before they even actually release it, they'll be able to find ways to not cut corners per se, but find ways to make it not as large but still have the same effect.
Damn.
That is definitely large, but I'm sure there might be certain things here and there that they could potentially at least chisel away of the thing, let's say.
I think this was this the only thing I was supposed to look? There was something that Darth sent me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, wasn't there some sort of comic strip or something? Because I remember seeing that being mentioned multiple times.
I don't know where the fuck it's at, though.
Is that it, maybe? Let's have a look. No? Yes? No, maybe?
You said I went past it? Is it the meeting of two minds? Okay, yeah, it is. Alright. Let's fucking look at this. A meeting of two minds. Number 11. Is there sound on this?
I don't think so. It looks like just GIFs.
A golf ball.
Oh, wait. I see.
It's called A Meeting of Two Minds. It's in the, if you scroll up not too far, it's up there. Pwag, the CEO, the VP, Craig, there you are. What is it, Allah? You're never going to believe it. My boy applied to COGS. To COGS. I'm guessing that's the VP, it says Junior VP, so that's the VP's son. That's going to be in the VP room. I'm guessing that's him. He's a fucking baby. Wait, since when have you had a son? Did you not know, sir? No, wait, Jason, did you? I'm sure you're aware of the recent memo Robert sent out, right? I cannot believe that Cathlo would be a perfect candidate. Why don't you tell them the story of how you aced the interview? So I got to the interview hall and I was waiting around. I got a bit tired since it was a long wait. I think I dozed off at some point until I was stirred. Maybe that's it, stirred. I don't know how to go back. Sorry, a little something was in my way. Did you want to repeat that? What the fuck? I said, do you perhaps want to get food after your interview as long as you're paying? Of course, don't make it sit in. I can pick it up for you, Graham. Thanks, dude. What the fuck is this? Anyways, I'll call you back once I get the job. Good luck. Psh, you won't need it. This interview will be a breeze, huh? Yeah? Thought so. I'm going to knock their socks off in there. I don't think suits have socks. Hey, you want to know a secret? I don't see anyone asking. You're wearing sunglasses. Not the point. You see, there's a big difference between you and I. You aren't hired yet. Neither are you. Shh. The superstars talk. This is corny. This is corny. How long is this shit?
I was thinking the same thing, and is that even a cog, technically? Like,
I don't know what the fuck this is. This is long as fuck. Is there anything even important in here? I think that's the end of it. Oh, that wasn't that long. Is this the end of it? Only a few more to go. Oh yeah, it must be the end. Back to the beginning. This was Ash. Why the fuck did he want me to react?
I just clicked all the way to the end as well.
Why do you want me to react to this? This is stupid.
How bizarre. All I'm gonna say is that was a pointless comic strip that they could have easily have just put into a video instead.
Yeah, I think a video would have been way better.
Or at least put it in a kind of a comic format where you don't have to refresh to go back to the beginning. Where you can actually see each frame whenever you want rather than having to click through it all. And then if you miss a frame, you have to fucking refresh.
Yeah. Yeah, this was shit. Oh, yeah, that was a shit comic. I guess I don't really read comics, but fuck, that was. They definitely could have put that into a video. I don't know what the fuck the point of that was. I think that was all that was left in the Discord though. As far as looking at.
Agree, but it seems Emily may have. What in the world is that? That's kind of cool. The show is later tonight? Is that what that says? That was kind of interesting, to be fair, the thing that they posted.
The show is. The fuck is that supposed to be? Oh, the one of the new managers is the person from the comic. Is that what you're saying? Is this real? Dave Brew What? Huh. Well, I think that was everything, Jackler.
Yeah, I'm looking through. I'm not seeing anything else unless I've completely scrolled over something too quickly.
I didn't see anything. Is one of them, I mean. I think that is everything, my boy.
I agree. Let's have a look at these gifts one last time of the new managers.
Rocky.
Nice on initiative,
Biggie.
healing bell, oil rain.
Hold on. I'm back. My bad. I was fucking dealing with the dogs.
No worries.
Is that everything though? Did we get everything from the stream?
Yeah, for what I'm looking at, I don't see anything else to add. I'm just looking over the gifts one more time of the oil rain and healing bell and such. I'm not really convinced on the lights on initiative. GIF.
Project Hedgehog 99. Appreciate the follow, my guy. Welcome to the stream. She posted a higher quality image of the boss, but I feel like the one that's in this doesn't look the same as the one that's in the comic we were just looking at. I feel like the comic. Oh, I fucking deleted it. I was eating pizza right now. Hey man, well, if it's not from Domino's, it's trash. Let me see if I can find the the Meeting of Two Minds, right?
No, I don't think it'll be in that.
Well,
I think it might be one of the new 16 managers, maybe.
I thought they were saying that GIF is the same as the person that was in here. I'm gonna see if I can find them. Yeah, that does not look the same. Not even close, low key.
It kind of reminds me of a drugged up Yes Man.
The one in the Discord?
Yeah, that one. I don't know why, it looks like a Yes Man went to a party and got very doped up.
Do you think all these new 16 manager? Hold on, man. I'm about to log on Toontown right now. Actually, I'm about to count. It's made with a Chef Boyardee's pizza kit, and with a food for less pizza sauce. Oh, you made that joint homemade. Is it good? That's all that matters, as long as that shit is good. Cause how many cogs are in? Cause if they're adding 16 new managers, is there 16 cogs? Is there 16 sell bots, 16 boss spots, 16 law bots, 16 cash bots? Because I feel like all of the images that we've seen, it's like different suits. It's not like a law bot suit or like a. I mean, this could be maybe a boss. Excuse me, maybe a boss bot suit.
Unless it's revamped older cog suit.
Yeah. Yeah, is it gonna let me log in? How high do you think that the player count's gonna get when 1.3? Like, you think it's gonna? I think the highest I saw was like 800 or something, or maybe it cracked 1,000. You think it's gonna get like up there again, or you think it'll be like 600, 700?